Disclaimer. I am well aware that Heroes of the Storm is in its technical alpha stage, and many of the things I talk about in this video could be changed or removed. This is just my humble opinion on the game so far. That being said, Heroes of the Storm is fucking awesome! I mean, look at this, you got Nova, Uther, and Friend Raynor. It's basically what would happen if Blizzard fucked a honey badger, had a badass kid, and named it Heroes of the Storm. I mean, you get to play as Diablo, the Lord of fucking Terror. Oh, shit. But all fangirling aside, for a MOBA, Heroes of the Storm is actually a really good game, and for several reasons, the first of which being the implementation of team leveling. Unlike MOBAs like League of Legends or Dota, where you and your teammates level up individually, in Heroes of the Storm, you level up as a team. Experience is earned by being in lane when the minions die, rather than getting the last hit. Now, I know a lot of you League of Legends or Dota fanboys are gonna be like, "Ah, no, last hitting takes away the skill of the game!" Shut up! League of Legends and Dota are built around the concept of farming. There is an in-game currency that you need to have in order to advance the game. The same isn't true for Heroes of the Storm. Heroes also focuses more on how well you work as a team rather than individual skill. One person can't carry their team to victory like they can in the other MOBAs. They have to coordinate with their team constantly. Which means one person can't just sit in lane farming for 40 minutes and then go win the game for their team. I'm looking at you, Nasus players. This isn't to say that the other MOBAs are bad or that Heroes is better in any way. I'm just using them as a comparison to show what Blizzard is doing differently with their MOBA. So put away your pitchforks and contain your nerd rage a little longer. There's still a lot left to cover. The next thing I want to talk about is the talent system. In Heroes of the Storm, instead of getting items from a shop to increase your strength, you get to choose new talents every 3 levels to augment your abilities. What do you mean, no items? What kind of bullshit? I said shut up! The talent system is actually an ingenious way to change the way MOBAs are played. Instead of having the same abilities with the same effects the entire game, the talents you choose can change the way those abilities work, or even give you new abilities entirely. You also get 4 or 5 talents to choose from every 3 levels, which makes you really have to choose your talents carefully depending on how your game is going. Also at level 10 you get 2 ultimates to choose from, which I mean, come on, that's pretty fucking sick. These talents really add a new depth of strategy to the MOBA genre, and they make you have to think and adjust your strategies as the game progresses, which I think is pretty awesome. Good job, Blizzard, you did it, you did good. The next thing I want to talk about is the maps in Heroes of the Storm. Unlike other MOBAs, Heroes has 4 playable maps for their main game type, each with their own unique set of objectives for winning the game. There's the Haunted Mines, where your team has to go into the mines and collect skulls to summon a grave golem to fight for their team. Cursed Hollow, where your team must gather tributes to appease Edgar Allan Poe's wet dream so he'll curse the enemy team. Blackheart's Bay, where you must give a pirate his own doubloons so he'll shoot your opponents, I guess? I don't know, whatever. And finally, Dragonshire, where your team must control 2 shrines and become a powerful Dragon Knight, and not the adorable kind either. The fact that there are 4 completely different maps, and the fact that you don't know which map you're going into until the game starts, means that it's almost impossible to make the perfect team comp for any specific map. There's no real set meta that you have to follow. Which is great, because that means you won't get people saying shit like, "Why did you pick Falstad? He's terrible for this map. Fucking noob trash reported." I mean, sure, some heroes are going to be better on certain maps, but like I said, you don't know which map you're going into, so it really doesn't matter. Just pick a team you think is good and learn to adapt. It's really not that hard. But all tangents aside, implementing 4 different maps, and Blizzard has hinted to more on the way, is a great way to change the MOBA genre because it forces the players to adapt to different environments and gets rid of the ball and chain meta that players have to follow in other games. Rejoice, my brothers, for we are free. The last thing I want to talk about here is the jungle and its impact on the game. In games like League of Legends, there are neutral monsters throughout the jungle that, when killed, award you with extra gold, experience, and buffs. In Heroes of the Storm, however, the jungle is a little different. And by different, I mean holy shit, they actually fight for you. Heroes of the Storm has 3 main mercenary camps that can be found in its maps. The Siege Giants, the Night Camps, and in some maps the Grave Golem. Instead of giving you buffs when they are killed, when you capture a mercenary camp, they will actually leave their camp and push a lane. This is amazing! Like, seriously, this adds a whole new level of depth and strategy to this game. You can have mercenary camps go push a lane while you and your team go secure other objectives. It's no longer just, oh yeah, just farm and push a lane, hope we win. No. This is like revolutionary, man. You guys might think I'm making a big deal out of nothing, but this is a bigger deal than you might think. Securing mercenary camps are just as important as killing the enemy players, if not more so. And when you put a concept like that into a MOBA game, a genre that has up till now placed the most importance on killing the enemy team, you really have done something amazing to the genre. Like I said before, I'm not trying to make it seem like Heroes of the Storm is any better than any other MOBA out there. I actually love Dota, even though I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing most of the time, and I've played way too much League of Legends in my lifetime. All I'm doing is trying to show people that Heroes of the Storm is a great game, that it set itself apart from the norm of the MOBA genre. I would even venture to say that Heroes could become the next great esport if given the chance. So long story short, Heroes of the Storm fucking rules, and I'm gonna really enjoy playing this game for a long time. Or at least I would if I could get into the fucking game and not have to borrow my friend's account, Blizzard!